when it comes to offshoring in India. What do you think are the pros as well as the cons for someone who is possibly offshoring for the first time?
Often, the conversation around value for money and effectiveness doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you've got to understand the market we operate within, and let's take Salesforce specifically, and it could be any CRM platform, is an inflated market. There's a lot of cost, there's a lot of resource baked in unnecessarily. Actually, what's needed to get these things working probably doesn't require as much resource, but it is. You pay a lot of money to implement third parties, a lot. Okay, so often decision making around offshoring is not about effectiveness, because I've very rarely come across a conversation where someone sat down and said, let's look at the business case, let's look at the return on investment from a campaign perspective, let's look at how this is going to increase our metrics. Now, often what it's about is it's a fixed cost. It has to be put against some kind of IT budget somewhere.
Yeah.
And it has to be managed, and someone has to put their neck on the line. And often it's a shifting of the responsibility on someone else's shoulders. And so often the benefit is a reputation people benefit. And I think sometimes we have to lead into that. And the reason it's important for you is because I think often with offshoring, there's a feeling that we can talk about cost effectiveness. And I actually think sometimes it's the wrong conversation. You're better off just saying offshoring means you are going to get less cost because our baseline is different. We're not talking about that now. We're now going to talk about actually what your needs are at an individual level, at an organization level, what you're looking to achieve. And achieving doesn't have to be metrics. It should be, but it isn't always. It can sometimes be, I want to look good, or I want to build trust with my board. I want the chief technology officer to have confidence. I want the chief marketing officer to feel like they're empowered and they're in control of this. It's those kind of conversations which I think are really, really critical. Cost is a dirty word, and I think it cheapens the conversation and it takes you away from where you need to be.